Hi, this is Lisa from Peanuts and Peppers Paper Crafting. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch from the Stampin' Up! Lovely You bundle. Not only is it quick and easy, but also you can get multiple sentiment layers and different sizes for your cards and paper crafting projects. So let's get started. Here is the Lovely You bundle. Here's the stamp set. It is a cling set. It has sentiments that include love is what makes us a family, heartfelt, miles apart but still in my heart, wildly grateful, cherished friend, you're my person, trust me, you're lovely, just because, smile, let's cheer you up, and always. Not only do you get sentiments, but you also get images. You have images for flowers and images for leaves. This is the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, and I've used my Brother P-Touch labeler to label the name of the punch, which again is Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, and then at the top I made another label that included the size of the sentiment layers that I can make. These include 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. And you see that the slots are here that you can slot your cardstock or whatever you're using with ease. At the bottom, it shows you the two types of punches that you can make. I'll flip this on the back so you can see. I'm going to unlock this. And so you can get a label that has this kind of edge or one that has this little pointy edge. Here are some cards that I've made using the Lovely You bundle. These are in the new Stampin' Up! In Colors 2020-22. This particular card is in the Cinnamon Spice, and there are my layers that I've made with the Lovely You bundle. This one is in the Magenta Madness. This one is in the Misty Moonlight. This one is in the Bumblebee. And finally, this one is using the Just Jade. Let's start with just making layers in general. I'm going to be using a piece of Just Jade, Magenta Madness, and Whisper White. So first, I'm going to go with this particular label to start out with. So this is cut at 1 inch. I'm going to slide this in, get it all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to flip it over and open this up, and then I just want to make sure that it's even. Hold this up so you can see. You can see here where the cardstock is even on both sides. Next, I'm going to punch. Flip this back over, remove this, and so now I have my first edge. Now I want this to be even on both sides, so what I'm going to do is turn this around. But when I turn it around, I'm going to flip it over. Slide it back in to the same side. Push it down. Flip it over. Make sure it's even again, and then punch. By flipping it over, now I'm guaranteed that both sides are the same. Now let's go up a size. We're going to use the Magenta Madness, and I'm going to go in. This is 1/2 inch, and using that same label that has that in, pushing this back in. The slots make it easier for the cardstock to slide in. Flipping this over, pushing it down, repeating the same process. Making sure that it's even. Punch, take it out, then turn it back around again, flip it over. Now I may want this one a little bit smaller, so I'll just come in, and I'm going to show you a little trick for this later. And again, see how it's nicely even on both sides. Now let's do the Whisper White. This is at 1/2 inch. Sliding this in, flip over, making sure that it's even. Oops. Punch, and then back again, flip this over. Remember, you want it even on both sides. Slide it in the slots, flip it over, make sure it's even. And punch. So now you have all these different sizes. Look at that. Now you can mix and match these using the same procedure, using the curvier layer on the right. Now you're probably going, well, wow, I gotta guess at how long these need to be before I can get my sentiment layers all lined up. Here's a cool little trick that I'm going to show you. I'm bringing back in the Lovely You stamp set. Again, here's the the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, and I'm going to make a sentiment layer. I'm going to be using the Cinnamon Cider in color for 2022. The sentiment that I'm going to use is Cherished Friend. So let's make our bottom layer first. Here's my Cinnamon Cider cardstock. This is at 1 inch. I'm using this side. Flipping it over. Make sure it's even. Punch. Take it out, turn it around, flip it back over, repeat. There's our first layer. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White. This is at 1/2 inch. And the first thing I want to do is punch it. I'm going to use the curvier end on the right. But this time when I punch it, I want to save this little doohickey piece that came out when I punched it. I can't think of a better name for it. I'm going to set that to the side. Next, what I want to do, I'm bringing in my stamp that says Cherished Friend. And this is with the Cinnamon Cider. Using the grid paper to line this up, I'm going to come in and stamp my sentiment. Now, you're probably wondering, how are you going to make sure that this layers properly to where it's not too big or too small? You want it just right. This is where your little doohickey piece comes in. So laying this down, here's my cherished friend. I kind of want it somewhere in the middle. And you know what? I just lost my little doohickey piece. Oh, here it is. All right, let's see where we're gonna get this. Now watch. See my doohickey piece? I'm gonna lay this on top and put it where I want it to go. Now, you can hold this still by laying it on top, but I'm just going to use a mini glue dot. Trying to keep it straight. Now watch what I do. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I'm just going to simply cut this where I added the little doohickey with the mini glue dot. So now that's what I have. Now I can take the little doohickey off. With the glue dot. And then I'm just going to repeat the same procedure that I've been doing, except I'm on this side of the punch. And remember, flip it over, slide it in, line it up, and punch. And when you flip it back around, look, perfect. Now I can put this in the center, and actually this piece is still a little bit bigger. So what I'm gonna do is bring back my trimmer in, and I probably should have cut this before. Let's see, I'm gonna cut this down to about 3 inches. I've already flipped it over. And so I want a sentiment layer that looks like this. You can do it like this, or you can make it as big or as small as you want. I can also come back and do it with the Jade piece. Of course, this is going to have a different kind of ink. So this time I'm just going to go about 3 1/4. This back over this end, and then you can get a sentiment layer that looks like this. So there you have it. That's how you use the Lovely You bundle with the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. I hope you found this video was helpful. If you'd like to see any of my other projects, you can visit me at www.peanutsandpepperspapercrafting.com. You can shop with me at www.lisafleming.stampinup.net. You can also find me on Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for stopping by. Happy stamping!